Welcome to the bold analysis, County of Siaya. Now, on 24th, on the eve of Christmas Day, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, while giving some food donation in Uasin Gishu, revisited the narrative that of blaming Uhuru administration, which he also served as a deputy, for the problems that have been affecting this country. And, that was a week after he had shown intent that when appearing during the media roundtable, that there was no need of blaming Uhuru Kenyatta. And it's something that I want to tell you, some UD supporters marvels at it, and it's an opportunity for them to attack Uhuru Kenyatta. And after that, something happened, because just the same weekend, 2 days later, the same weekend, Musalia Mudavadi attended a Maragoli Cultural Festival and responded to what William Ruto said. Kindly subscribe to our channel as we look more into this, the details of this, this response from Mudavadi. I want to still remind you passionately, deep from my heart, that let's build our granny a house. This granny here, the 83-year-old, is staying in a leaking house. That mabati is old and is leaking, and that house is in a very poor state. So even she's put up there's something called par in the Luo, so that when it rains, it in a jaribu, but when it rains, the whole place floods. So I visited. One of us has already given me 20 iron sheets. We are looking for 15 more. Then we'll buy the poles, pay the fundi, and also do other things needed for the roof. Then we put up the house. Kindly, let's participate in this challenge. This will be our first one for January. The little you can get, if you can get 50, you can get 100, if you get 1,000, one iron sheet goes at 1,500, 1,300. I believe that we will start first with that. The iron sheets, the nail. I think nail is a budget of around 4,000 or so. Then the others. So as we start, we'll start consolidating and bringing those things together. Then on second, this will be the first project for January 2024. We'll put up a house for that, our granny, our grandmother. It comes from Uyoma Kobong. Ladies and gentlemen, Mudavadi said that it is ill-advised to continue blaming Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And while making that speech, he is telling the Kenya Kwanza leaders, because that statement is actually targeting the crop of leaders in Kenya Kwanza that had perfected the art of blaming Uhuru Kenyatta for the mess that Kenya Kwanza is going through. I have said over and over again, and I will still repeat, guys, apologies, where I'm shooting, and this home, there is some crusade in the nearest center, and of course I have to shoot, so that is the voice we're getting in the background, but kindly bear with me. Yeah, this is home, and that happens. So, I was saying here that there are those Kenya Kwanza leaders that have perfected the shorter and escape narrative of we found dilapidated economy. But as throughout this year, I have been insisting in this channel that it is not true that Kenya Kwanza is putting us where we are because of Uhuru Kenyatta. The finance bill that is currently running the economy of this country was passed by Kenya Kwanza. It was made by Kenya Kwanza. They've made their first supplementary estimates, and now I think between last year September to June this year, they are working Uhuru Kenyatta's budget. Now they've introduced their own policies. They've increased the levy, the fuel levy, fuel tax from 8 to 16%. They've introduced the housing levy. When Uhuru Kenyatta was living, he didn't have housing levy. They've done everything themselves. They are the ones that are now running government, and they're the ones that are collecting revenue. they're the ones that are now getting the loans from abroad. So that story, tell it to the birds. And Nani is saying, Rigathi Gachagua is also, Musalia Mudavadi is also saying something to fellow Kenya Kwanza leaders, that we still have years, almost 3 years, to the next general election. Mudavadi also looks disturbed that the fellows that have gone to tell the voters about this issue of Uhuru left a dilapidated economy is just a group of politicians that have just gone to politics. And in fact, my point has been that it will not be politically relevant or politically potent to go and tell voters that we have not done what we were doing, what we promised to do, because we took over a dilapidated economy. Economy cannot be dilapidated for the next 5 years. If things are bad, things are bad. You just need to answer Kenyans why the shilling was at 120 when Uhuru was in power, and it's now rattling at 157 when Ruto is in power. You just need to mention why the fuel was 120, 140, but now is at 200. For the first time, it crossed the 200 shillings mark. So these are questions that we just need to offer the answers. So what do you think is behind Mudavadi's move to make the Damascus moment? The move, the Mudavadi baptism, you know. But even though he has not been so much lethal against Uhuru Kenyatta, I've always told you once for that the son of Mudamba belongs to the same class to Uhuru Kenyatta, Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila Odinga, Gideon Moi. He belongs in that. By him, he is a dynasty. You know, he took over from the father when he was a very young boy. Until then, he grew through the ranks, and he's a man who has been in government. Became assistant minister at a very young age. So when he's talking some of these things, he comes from some point. But I say politically, why Musalia Mudavadi is picking up this point about Uhuru Kenyatta. Number one, I think they have realized that in public, they want to defend themselves, and there is some sort of hostility in terms of what is going on. Remember, in Kisii, an event that the president was attending, there was an MP that tried to remove the blame from William Ruto, saying that William Ruto is not to blame, it is because of external forces, and these are things that are not beyond William Ruto, and we should not say it's about the president, it's not about the president. Now, what these people have realized is that there is a bit of hostility against Kenya Kwanza. So they're looking at what people want to hear. People want you to hear about solutions. People don't want to hear Uhuru did this, Uhuru did that. Kenyans don't want to know that. So Rigathi Gachagua, Musalia Mudavadi is changing that position, is actually making that positional change because of hostility in public. That's number one. Number two, the discussion about don't change Uhuru Kenyatta, don't blame Uhuru Kenyatta, is to boost the political profile. You know, Uhuru Kenyatta, I am telling you, Kenya Kwanza is making Uhuru Kenyatta the most popular politician in the country as we speak. Uhuru Raila. The person that is making Uhuru popular is William Ruto himself. And Musalia Mudavadi is simply sending a warning that the more we be in that comfort zone of blaming and people marvel at us, we are putting ourselves in a bigger risk. And that is why he has realized that because Uhuru Kenyatta is popular, he's finding something to tell the people. Because more of, if you speak about good about Uhuru Kenyatta, Kenya's just going to listen to you. And he has realized that that is one of the things going on. Number three, why Mudavadi is changing is because I think they want, every politician is trying to cut a niche for himself. While Rigathi has gone now silent and neither blames Uhuru or even never defends the government too much, William Ruto on the other end was saying, you know, Uhuru, we found depleted economy, and Rigathi still says the same. Now, Musalia Mudavadi wants to maintain a line that if we will go to an election and just continue blaming the previous administration without achieving objectives, that is not going to be a political solution. So what he's trying to do, he's trying to cut a niche for himself, to cut a political space for himself, not that of blaming others. Lastly, I think Mudavadi is also open to political formations. He knows very well that with politics now emerging, there can come a time that you never know. There is no political enemy. You might need Uhuru Kenyatta at some point. Thank you, guys.
Welcome, Tim Bold. I am in Uyoma, Akele. Akele. Yeah, so I was talking about adopter family, and one of us reached out to me in a very special way, and I decided just to drive through and come to this place. So this is our package for adopter family from one of our friends, the US. He told me Kevin Shoshi is at home, is someone I know, and I want you to think around it and bring in something for her. So this is her package, and there's a very special case here, and that is why I am here, because as you can see, the Shosh you're seeing here is an 83-year-old Shosh, and there is a case. If you look at this house, this is where she stays, and this place, it's any imeisha imeharibika ile mbaya, so hata it's even leaking. We will get inside and look at how it is, but on my end is the daughter mwenye akona hapa, atatusaidia to explainie, but allow us to speak in the Luo. We will translate down there so that the information can be more clear and get out. Nango madhe. Ini miluongi ninga.
An iluonga ni Jen Achieng.
Jen Achieng. Pimna ni to odak nade nikech ng'amano wachone modak loka chano wachona ni kae en matek kabisa.
En matek nikech en mama manonyuolo nyithindo 15.
15.
To bang'e nyithindego notho, wadong' ji 2. Koro bang' mwasebedo ni wadong' ji 2, yuto waonge. Nikech en an to gowadwa. An bende jaoda notho higa mar 2003 koweya gi nyithindo. To lwedo be onge nikech kata somo ok nasomo. Nadhi atedo katin, na tedo gi higni 13. Kane pok asomo. Ma kata somo nakia, kata mana kisunga kia. Koro osebedo ka mama wani oseiko nyithindo, mawadwa mogik nyocha tho higni 2 mokalo. To kana ndeyalo machon cha to nitie owetene mane ni Amerika, ne gin owete 2. Ne Ulo gi Paul. Koro Ulo nokuongo tho, to Paul noduogo tho bang'e. Paul ema yocho tho mogik. Koro bang' tho Paul
ni ema ne dwa gedone.
Paul ema ne dwa gedone.
To tho kapok otimo no.
Paul otho kapok otimo ni gedono. Koro chieng' kel Paul no, kama ne wiye koro lal godo. Mageno ne orumo gi kanyo.
Yes, guys, so she's a bit unstable. Hayuko that stable. That is why she will not really point out. She cannot present a big picture. She cannot communicate well because she's a bit feeble. That is why the daughter is speaking on behalf. Koro kana eto Paul emane wiye no lale.
No lale kabisa. Koro ena ng'at ma wiye lal. Koro chiemo no yude thagruok, dak matek nikech kata sani ng'ama odago onge. Ena ng'ama kokelne to eko nyalo chamo. Koro Paul no, gimomiyo Paul ne wito pache nikech Paul no ndiko ne pesa giko dwe.
Paul no ndiko ne pesa giko dwe.
Giko dwe, ma kata ka wang'a oyepo, na yudo ka pesa Paul ko. Paul ne oro pesa ko Amerika 20,000. Mano ni biro ne e dwe ka dwe. Kane luwo lweto wadgi maloka. Marusinga. Kosekel kucho, taikone pesa no kone. Koro kaka ne Polo to, kaka pesa no binu.
Guys, so what's happening? Shosh alikuwa, she was fine way back because they used to have a brother mwenye alikuwa in US, and the brother used to support her monthly. So since the brother passed on, he lost Akili, I think because of what had happened, he lost his way, and since then life changed, and it's been so difficult. That's what really I understand from this place. So odne ni wat no ne kacha uket par nikech ang'o nikech ochwer.
Uket par nikech ochwer. Sama par no onge, to chwera piny.
Ka koth ochwe to koth opiny.
Opiny. Koro par no ket ni geng'ruok go, sama koth chwe tinyalo yudo kama ibanrie go.
To kama ogidin no.
Mano dirisa.
Mae dirisa ne?
Mae dirisa ne, mane kaka en, kata otieno. Ena kamano.
Tony ndo kocha koro.
Ondo kono to tede iye kanyo. Koro nikech kanyo watucho nikech iro.
Kanyo utucho nikech iro.
Koro kitedo to iro wuok godo. Mane kama iro.
To mae boxi.
Mano box moyiech. Mano box mo.
Guys, so I want us to do something very fast. This house was built Nogere Chon. And the person who connected me to this story promised me, Kevin, can you adopt this family? Can you adopt Shosh? And for your December, adopt a family program, adopt these shows. And he has given me already 20 iron sheets. So I want to come back here before New Year. I want to establish a house for Shosh here before New Year. And as you see, the age has advanced. I already have 20 iron sheets, pieces of iron sheets. So I think I'll just need some addition, some bow. And I also want to do the plaster because hawezi endelea kumwono. I cannot use the mchanga to do it. So we will do the plaster na tumtengeneze nyumba. So if you can give me Smithy, if you can give me any other thing, and even those people around this place, I want to come back here on 27th and put up a house for Shosh in adopting. Already I have 20 iron sheets, so I think I'll add only 15 because tukua tunapata nyumba yenye anaweza pata mtu akiishi na yeye anaweza lala so nyumba igawe mara mbili. So we need that, and I'm reaching out to you. Let's do it and see what we can do. This is the family. I want us to adopt Shosh for this December, and I think we can do it.